Hi everyone. Today, I'll be reflecting on Stella Young's TED Talk, "I'm Not Your Inspiration, Thank You Very Much," and sharing how her message can influence my future teaching practice, especially regarding supporting students with disabilities. I completely agree with Stella Young's perspective. Society often objectifies people with disabilities, portraying them as inspirations simply for just living their life like me and you do. This can be harmful because it sets unrealistic expectations and shifts focus away from real challenges that they face and that they struggle, instead of seeing disability as something that makes somebody special or different or exceptional. We should question our assumptions and work to create equal opportunities for both people who are disabled and people who aren't, because if not, we're treating them different because they are, I guess. As a future teacher, I'll make a better effort to reflect on my own biases and assumptions about disability and diversity, because I've worked with students like that in the past, and I have to realize I can't treat them any different than I treat little Timmy or little Johnny. This means seeking professional development, like people that are certified in that area, listening to students that have been around them their whole lives, listening to them and their voices, and ensuring that they are seen by their strengths and not by their disability. I also will use different types of teaching methods to make sure that each student can meet the expectations that I've set for the classroom, and make sure that they all grow academically and even fellowship enough to grow socially within each other. 3 challenges that families face that I think are going to be emotional stress, navigating complex resources, and then balancing time and responsibilities. Now, emotional stress, it's just communication and emotional support. Just like, it's only a small percentage of disabled children out there. So I could understand how a family feels like they're alone and they don't know what to do and nobody can help them. Now, navigating resources, it's really expensive to have a disabled child. Going to hospital visits, schooling, stuff like that, it's going to be a big dip on your bank account. And then balancing time and responsibilities. You have to be able to balance maintaining, helping your child understand, and working and providing, and that's just a heavy toll that families can feel on a deeper level. And then my last question, how can schools encourage families, especially families with children with disabilities? Schools can create a welcoming environment, an environment that offers events, that helps with services like taking your kid to school and dropping them off, that helps with excess services like my school had Read 180, that helped children that were struggling with reading at a young age, help them build up to catch up with everybody else, just stuff like that. Schools can build trust with the student, so that way when they come home they feel loved by the school and they feel loved by the staff. And when stuff like this happens, students are normally engaged, and then they thrive academically and they thrive emotionally in an environment where a lot of disabled children would feel shut down and they would not really branch out and explore, if that makes any sense.